In this video, we will be performing logging in our microservices. To implement this, we will be using Jakarta Interceptor. Jakarta Interceptor can be used to implement a login mechanism across various microservices. And interceptors, as you know, are ideal for cross-cutting concerns. Cross-cutting concerns and operations which are applicable across different layers or parts of the application. So cross-cutting concerns examples are logging, any security checks, authentication, transactions, and metrics collection. So we will be using the same e-commerce sample application, and we will be creating logs. Logs are some text information which is available for debugging, monitoring, and auditing purpose. Now, to implement Jakarta Interceptor, this will enable us to have a centralized logging mechanism where logs can be generated on entry, exit, and on error situations in our different services, which is we'll begin with the product catalog, then order management, payment processing, inventory, etc. So here first we will be creating an interceptor class. Let me create a package here. So I'll go to my project, which is a Java project. I'll add a package. The package will be IO micro profile tutorial dot store dot logging. So this is the name of the package which I'll be creating. Now once this package is created, I'll be adding an interceptor class. To add an interceptor class, basically we'll be defining an interface for annotation first. We'll be making use of Jakarta annotation, and so the next step is to create an annotation. Annotation is basically I click on create new annotation and I name it loggable. So this is the name of annotation. This interface is an interface, right? So it's an interface. Maybe we can use logger, basically, that I feel could be a better annotation, or but yes, just thinking of the name, the best name will be, because the interceptor will intercept and it will be able to perform some logging information, right? So I will keep it as logger. We can rename in case we find a better name, but yes, I believe this is a decent name. So we have an interface logger, and in this we will add annotation logger, and here we will be using another annotation which is interceptor, right? Yes. Now interceptor is imported from Jakarta Interceptor, right? Now within okay, this is logger here. So we need to define the logging annotation. So we are defining the annotation here. So here say interceptor binding, and here we have this annotation is retention is runtime. Then we will have a target method. So this is basically for methods. The scope for this annotation will be method. So this is our definition of annotation. So we'll quick fix it. Now see this. It should suggest. Okay, retention is there. So this will be import static. Okay, now it's all resolved. Element type dot method, or I would suggest use import static, then yes, then import static again, then I have this. So yes, this is really fast. Now I will just clean this up, makes it more readable, right? So now you don't need this, and you don't need the retention policy because I have used import static. So this is just the definition of our interface or annotation, which is logger. This check, I would say I will try to ignore it because coming from the C spell. So now our logger annotation is defined. Now we will implement this. So we will create an interceptor class. We will create, so we'll go to the package and we will create new class. So here this is a class, and we'll name the class as Logging Interceptor. Right, now here I have to define logger. I have to apply the quick fix. Yeah, logger is in the current package. So here, yes, you cannot apply this, I believe, because this is of type method. So we will say here we apply interceptor, and we'll say private static final. We'll define logger like this. Get logger method is from logger class. Yes, so we have the logger here. Then we define this. Now next is, after we have this final private to declare the logger, we will create around invoke and public object log method, we can say log method entry. This looks good. And this is our logging interceptor. Now we'll implement this logging interceptor in our product service. So we will go to the class where we want to log. So here we have this class. In this class we have the get method here, get products, and in this get method we'll put the annotation. Okay, so here this is get products, and basically here in our service we have the entity class product, then we have product resource. Product resource defines various REST methods, and in this get product method we can put the annotation, say logger, and that's it. I guess this will be implementing the logger interceptor. Right, so we basically have to import the logger. Yes, I'm just organizing it. Correct. So now this is the code which is implemented. We will run this project. So we will go to the project which is micro profile. This project is called MP ecom store. In this we will learn liberty run, and yes, definitely mvn. So this is for running, or we can run it in dev mode by saying liberty dev. This will build the project and run it. And we have created info log. So we'll open this in the browser. We should get the Open Liberty home page. Okay, this is some other port which started. Now we should get here the Open Liberty home page. Now here we have this particular endpoint to call the get service. So we got the response from get, and we should see that there should be logging also available. So 777 is the debug port. This is the port where we are running. We are having it in the dev mode. So here console.log file, info log I am not getting here. So to get the info log, so I'm just trying to do the configuration for the log. Otherwise, we'll change the logging level. From server.xml, we should be able to change the logging level. So let's go to reperty server.xml, and we'll see if we have something called console log, and we can change here the logging level. So I believe here we will say logging trace specification. Let me do the other way around. This is probably easier. I go to product resource, and instead of saying, or instead in defining the logger interceptor, this method, so we have the interceptor method, we have the interface. Let me change this to info, and then this will have one string. Let's change this, and let me now call this method again. So here interceptor is defined on the method which is get products. So here the products are returned from this particular method. So here I should have the logs. Maybe I will increase the from info. Let's say I put log. So info, I would say debug. Here I have to define the level as well.
देती हूँ आओ इतनी गर्मी में पैजामा कोई नहीं पहनता है नेहा कम यहाँ इधर आओ हाँ इधर आओ नहीं इधर आ एक बार इधर आओ गर्मी में बेटा ये कोई नहीं पहनता